Morning, welcome back to the channel. Right, today we are moving to the next job site. So I have just got to quickly clean the tracks out on my digger, clean the digger up a bit and wait for the tractor and low loader to turn up. And I tell you what, that's going to be a monster of a tractor I think coming, but we shall see. Right, let's get the tracks and that dug out and get it sorted and cleaned up, ready for transport. Do well, let's go. Right, we get tracked over onto the stubble field because it's easier for me to clean out in a stubble field than it is in sort of this wet mess. So yeah, right, we'll get over there, start shoveling out. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Right, this isn't a job I love doing, but it's one of them jobs that have got to be done. Because if I didn't clean it out, and any dirt fell off and hit a car or any other vehicle, or Vosa see it, they'll have me by the gonads, and I don't want to be had by the gonads. So yeah, right, we'll get it dug out and get it sorted. I really ain't looking forward to this one. Right, so that is one track cleaned down. It is absolutely surprising how much dirt holds up on these tracks. But right, we'll just swing it round and do the other side. Do well. Whew. That is, the track's all done. What I'll do is I'll just swing a dig around, move it out of the way, and I'll show you how much dirt collects in these tracks. Absolutely phenomenal how much is in there. Right, we'll get turned around, move back a bit, get ready for the tractor to turn up. This is not all of the dirt off there because you can't physically get every last drop of dirt off that. But that's 90% of it. And all of this come off that digger, just off the tracks. It's a bit ironic really, where I started YouTube 2 years ago, I was up here and I was putting this trackway in and this hard stand, and literally from where the tractor is in the distance down there where it goes down around an S-bend. I started there, went all the way down, round, up and through. And then put this pad area in as well. And I tell you what, looking at it, I'm quite impressed with it. I literally put it in with a digger, tracked it in, and it's had a lot of traffic over it, and it's held up absolutely fine. But right, I'll just get what I need off the trailer, then I'll take you down there and I'll show you roughly what I've got to do. The tractor driver's now gone to get the dumper, so he'll be coming up in a little while, but we've got to go down the bottom corner there, because from here somewhere all the way down there's like a 3 to 4 foot gully been washed out. But right, look at these buckets, head down there, I'll show you what's got to be done. Right, for those who don't know how powerful water can be, I had a slight issue of erosion, soil erosion on here. In all that rain we had over the winter, the soil, or the water come flying down the field. They reckon they can sort that out with cultivators and what have you, which is fair enough considering what I'd done on the pig fields on time before, needed me to level that out. But this is a different farm and they can cope with that, but the pigs couldn't. Now that's not too bad. Then you come to here and it gets deeper, and then you go around the corner. But this is massive soil erosion. If you look here, I'll show you. If you look here, that's your topsoil layer, and then that's your subsoil, and that's how much that's eroded. But this ain't the worst bit. You then follow this trench all the way round down into here. Now for those who don't realise how deep that is, I'll just put you up on the digger and I'll stand in there so you can see how deep it is. In fact, I'll do one better. I'll put you at ground level and then you can see, because I'll be standing in there, so I'll be the same level. So if I put you here, this is how deep this is. This is literally up to where it says air on the top. That's how deep that is. It's come up to here on me. See, about 3.5 foot. Now it's all the way down. So I've now got to go and I've got to pull all that in. Then we've got to go back down the bottom here, scrape all that up to bring back up here, to put back in here. Then I've got to pull that bank there back over, so it has some decent topsoil. So right, we'll make a start pulling some of this in and go from there. It's shocking really, but that is the power of Mother Nature and water. Water can move a hell of a lot of stuff very quick. But right, I'm going to use my big tooth bucket, just go and rip in the bottom there, and then go down the bottom, start scraping that up to bring back up. But right, we'll make a start. Well, I'll put you up a little bit higher so that you can see better when I'm doing this, because I'm not doing anything up here, it's all going to be down here. But right, we'll change my bucket over, and then we'll give it a bit of a scrape. Good old scrape, scrape, scrape. I still can't get over how much that has actually eroded away. Considering down the field isn't too bad, then you hit this bit and suddenly it just gouges loads out. Unfortunately, I think you're going to see this scar in the field for a little while until it sorts itself out properly. But what I'll do is roughly do this, we'll dump a load of stuff up onto the top, and then I'll track it all in again. Really, I could have done with something to compact that in now, but I might try and get the digger track in there just to compact it a bit more. But I don't want to sit at too much of an angle. Starting to get a wrong angle. It doesn't. The camera really doesn't do it justice. It really doesn't. But this will be absolutely fine now. They'll tip over a little bit more, and then that'll be enough. Trying to straighten the camera up so you get a thing of the angle. Come on, just that last bit. A rum angle. That's that roller I've got to change. I still ain't changed that yet. I've got to do it. You can hear, roughly hear it in the background. Right, so I've come down the bottom here, as you can see, and it is surprising how much has washed down here. That, where the bucket is now, that is the original topsoil level. And I've got to scrape all of this off and stack up and put back in. Trouble is, really what that wanted was to be stacked up and left to dry for a little while because it is still saturated. But they don't want to wait, they want to put back in, so I should put it back in. That's all I can do. It's just amazing how water can move so much stuff so quick. And if you're wondering how I know what is topsoil and what is washout, you just feel it in the machine. You can feel it and you can see it. So I'm not quite there yet. Still washout. But there somewhere, yeah, is topsoil because you can see the bucket bouncing. And also you can see the difference in the soil. Like there, it's not wet, it's just flaking up nicely. So that is original ground. So you got what? About a foot of washout there. It doesn't need to be perfect because it is literally the field, so that will get cultivated up again. It's just amazing. just really is amazing how much stuff gets moved. I've got a run pile of stuff here now, and I've not even scraped it all up yet. So that's back down to original ground there. All of that there is back down to original ground, and I'm still getting half a foot to a foot coming off. You can see like the original trackway around there where the sand's washed in. That's all topsoil, so I'm back down to where it should be. This sand and stuff is so heavy. Keep tiptoeing the digger every bucket I get. So what he's going to do is he's going to take a couple of load up to the top and then I'll level it out. Level it out on them ruts, because them ruts are what's slowing him down at the minute. Sort of where the water kept crossing over. Going to put 2 in each rut, and then I'll go and knock them over. Just goes to show how sand holds onto the water as well. Because if you look down in front of me, right, that water weren't there a minute ago, and now it's just puddling up. Especially where my tracks are. I'll show you. See all that puddling up down there? That is what's just coming out of the sand. That's it. I can't believe it, it started to rain. Yay, just what we need, more rain. Right, I'll go to the top there and level these out. Right, as you can see, we're getting there, look. That, all this here has all been stripped out, all right behind me. Up there, all that has been stripped out and put back. And I've still got a lot more to come out. But, oh well, it gives me a job. I don't mind. Right, so I just had a quick tally up, and all these poles here at the dumper, they are 10 tonne, at least 10 tonne. For the simple fact is, it's heavy sand, it's wet, so each time I load that dumper up, it's fully loaded. It is about 10 tonne. Now, if that's right, I have counted from there, across there, all the way down here, all the way down there, right down there. And there's 4 piles dumped in there and 3 piles dumped in there. Now, if they were 10 tonne a time, then there's 38 load went in here so far, is what we've scraped up. So that's 380 tonne has gone back in this trench. I've got to level it out and knock it about and try and track it in a little bit, but there's still about another, by the time I finish scraping up, probably another 100 tonne to come up. So that'd be 480 tonne of soil that water has eroded down there. It's just absolute madness, it really is. It's unbelievable how from one little stream there that has moved 480 tonne all the way down to the bottom. But right, I'm now going to go park the digger up because it's that time of day, and we shall catch you on the next one. Stay safe, adios amigos.